Okay, so we've been spending about 3 days, 3 nights here in the city of Yangchun, both the city center and the countryside, and the amount of kind of publicity that we've been getting from the locals is it's kind of amazing on the one hand, and on the other hand, it's kind of almost like not good. It's like there's a light side and a dark side. We found that we've encountered many people in the town who are like, yes, yes, we already know you. We've seen you before, and they show you their phones, and their friends have taken pictures of us, and they have sent them around to their friend circles, and it's like being one of the few foreigners in this part of West Guangdong is spreading like wildfire. And we even encountered a couple of individuals who said that their friends from another city have seen us before, and again, they shared our photos. And those are the more extreme examples. Some of the other parts are like just walking down the street and you get the whole hello, hello all the time, but then sometimes when you approach people and then you just start trying to have a conversation with them, trying to talk to them, and then they just really want you just to get away from them. At first they're so welcoming, they're like, hello, come drink with me. Then if you try anything other than a basic greeting or sort of just the basic formalities, then they just want you to get out of their sights. And you really have this strong contrast about being like a foreigner in the rural parts of China. There's so much attention on you all the time, but then it really turns out to be both good and bad. And it's also just maybe not good and bad, but at least constructive and destructive. For example, a lot of the people that we have found who are approaching us really are not that keen on foreigners, and they do not want foreigners in China. And they tell us vocally in both Chinese and English. You hear somebody tell you in plain English, get out of China. And it's like, any reason why? Because you're not Chinese. And just being in part of rural China and getting your photo taken and spread around to hundreds, if not thousands of people, completely unintentionally, just walking down the street, walking into a bar or a nightclub, and all this attention comes on you, and then some people start to see that, and a lot of negative feelings develop, and then they come up to you, and they're just telling you that they don't want you in your country, and you don't know this person, you don't know who they are, and they don't know anything about you other than your appearance. And then they're just saying that you don't belong in a country. What, we have the right to be here, we have the documentation to be here, just like any other foreigner who has come to another country legally. So this is one of the very, very difficult things to experience in China, and it's almost like we want to just be part of the country, and we want to just go out and just have a good time with everyone. We almost never go out looking to make a problem for somebody or going to someone's area directly to cause harm to another individual. And then so many people are just like, we want you out of our country, or at the very least, they say, we want you to get away from us, solely because you're different. It's not even about a language barrier, it's not even about even culture sometimes, it's just, you look different, maybe you sound different, we want you to be gone. Then on the other hand, what is very nice about being a foreigner in this part of China is just, you do get the opportunity to meet so many more people, and you do get to meet a lot of people that are genuinely interested in you, that want to just be your friend, even if it's for one night, and just to have a good experience. They're taking your photo because they think there's something genuinely interesting about you, or they're genuinely curious about foreigners, and they want to learn more about America, more about England, or more about Australia. And that stuff's welcome. Bring it on in. China can connect with the rest of the world just the same way that America or England can connect with the rest of the world. And once you start going out to these rural places and you start meeting more and more individuals, you really find that they're quite similar to people that you've met before in other countries, and cultural mentalities are not as divisive as we make it out to be. But the real thing is, there are a lot of pros and cons to being a foreigner in rural China, and there's both the good and the bad, but it certainly is not going to keep us away. When someone tells you get out of China, all you have to do is simply say, why?